Okay, sometimes when you're on camera, your brain can't work. So I went ahead and looked at this a little bit deeper and I was like, what the crap is going on? So what I told you is correct, right? If they're one arc to double arc to nothing, single arc to nothing. Okay. Then my brain was like, well, what do I do? I remembered proportions, right? We know that these are going to be similar. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a proportion that this is what I'm looking for. So that's my X. And I know the 12. So then I'm going to set this up the same way on this one. So 2 tick marks was 17, and the 12 is comparable to 15. And then we just cross multiply and divide, right? So we're going to cross multiply this way, put that in my calculator. It gets 12 times 17, which is 204. And then we're going to divide it by that bottom number. And that gets me X equals 13.6. And it says that we can round to 2 decimal places. So I'm assuming it needs that 13.60. So let's see. There we go. Okay. So, whew, that hurt my brain for a second. But I could have went back and redone the whole video. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm just going to show them the thought process. So again, we're going to have single arc to single arc is the long side. Single arc to single arc is the long side. And then it tells us that these are 9, right? So we're just going to have to be careful of where we're looking at. So it stands to reason that if these two sides are 9, then both of these should be 5, but I don't want to take that chance again. So we're going to do the math. Okay, it wants zy. This is what I don't know. So I'm going to set up my proportion, right? So I know that it's going to be x over 5 equals. In this case, it's this side and this side. So it's kind of hard for me to tell which one's which, but it's luckily they're the same numbers. So it's just going to be 9 over 9. And then again, we're going to cross multiply and divide by this number. So 9 times 5 is 45. And 45 divided by 9 gets me x equals 5. Okay. So again, it made sense that they're going to be the same, but that's mathematically how we're going to do it. Didn't want to make another mistake in front of you. Right. Next up is, okay, we've got double arc to single arc. Double arc to single arc is here. And then we have double arc to nothing is going to be 2. Double arc to nothing is 2. And then single arc to nothing is 3. And it wants us to find zy. So zy is this one here. So I'm going to have x over 16, because that's my only other number that they give me here. And then I'm going to look and see the same places over here. So my x is the double arc. X over here, or over here, the double arc is 20. So that goes at the top. And then down here, the 16 is a triple arc. So I look at triple down here, and that's 17. And then we just do the math. So 16 times 20 is 320. Divide it by the number it's dividing by here. And that gets us x equals 18.82. Right? So again, like where you might actually see this in the real world would be if you had to build stairs. Sometimes stairs get kind of tricky, trying to find the missing piece, or if you are trying to do something triangular, maybe with fabric, trying to make sure you get the right angle. Oh, if you're building a shelf, I've had such a horrible trying to make a corner shelf, and this would have definitely helped me out. Okay. So again, one more time, double to single is going to be my 1 arc. Double to single is 1 arc. Single to nothing is 2 arcs. And I'm just choosing single to nothing. Oh, that's actually single to 90, right? Is 2 arcs. And then double to 90 is 3. And then we're just going to set up the proportion. It wants WX. So this is the part that I don't know. And the only other number it gives me is 14. And 14 is the double tick. So my double tick down here is going to be 13. And what we're solving for is the triple marks. So my triple marks up here is 4. And then we just cross multiply and divide. So that's going to get me 56 divided by the same thing I'm dividing by here, which is dividing by 13. Gets us x equals 4.31. In your calculator, it's going to get you 4.307. Remember, you have to round it correctly. Okay, so hopefully that helps out. If you need to schedule a time with me one-on-one, go ahead. Other than that, 10 points, get more math.